The Dating Misfortunes of Paige Turner by Aubrey Kendall. Prologue. Paige, look at you! My mom's eyes widen as her legs move like swift scissors across the floor, making that irritable swooshing noise from her knee-length Valentino dress. Her makeup is smooth enough to make her look like she's in her young 30s again, but her hair is somewhat out of place and not as charming as she typically does it. Short and perfect in all directions, just right above her thin-framed shoulders. Butterflies form in the pit of my stomach, swirling faster with each passing second. Mom, that is not the dress we picked out for you. My hands immediately reach for her skirt as I eye her. She swats her hands at me and sets her palms on the sides of my shoulders, causing me to dangle my sweaty appendages to my side. Technicalities, dear. I will be dressed soon. Her voice becomes more high-pitched. Turn for me. Let me see you in your beautiful gown. I can't hide my anticipation any longer. The pain and heartache I've dealt with for so long and finding the right man has finally paid off. Too damn bad he was right under my nose the whole time, but I suppose it was worth waiting the extra time to realize what I didn't want. Twirling around into a full circle, I finally make it back around and see my mother's smiling face gleaming back. A twinkle shines in her eye, finally happy that her oldest daughter is tying the knot. I've never seen you so happy for me before, Mom. She leans into me, and her happy smile becomes more of a smirk. Actually, I just got laid by your father. As she lets out a howl of laughter, I feel my jaw most certainly hit the floor, my eyes glued to her. No doubt my face is grimacing something horrific. Mother? I hope she's kidding. Please, God, not on my wedding day. What? She strings out the words as she moves around me in a slow, cat-like walk, her fingers circling the air behind her as she rolls her eyes. We were in a taxi. I hiked up my skirt and sat on his lap. Mom, stop it right now! This is supposed to be my day. Turning to the full-length mirror that allows me to see my entire dress, I try to refocus on anything but my parents having sex. In a taxi at that? Come on, Paige, live a little. Mom, if I told you half the stuff I did growing up, you would be disgusted. I quickly throw my left hand up to my mouth, wishing I could retract that last statement. Last thing I need is for my mom to ask me exactly what I'm talking about. She walks over to me and reaches for my hair. No! Ducking out of the way and making it to the other side of the room, I look back at her. I don't want your hands on me. Gee, I cleaned up already, she comments, her giddiness trying its best not to spew out. Besides, I'm getting ready in a few minutes. My dress is hanging and ready. I'm just waiting for your father to finish his shower. Thank goodness, I let out a sigh of relief. This man is going to walk me down the aisle. Please keep yours and Dad's sexual encounters to yourself, Mom. You're no fun. Walking over to me, she leans over and kisses my cheek. This is your day. I love you. I love you too, Mom, I say as I watch her march to the door and slip out. Pulling the lip gloss out of my makeup pouch, I run a thin layer across my pout and rub my lips together. A soft knock at the door causes me to turn. Come in, I call, facing the entrance of the room. As the door opens in towards me, Tiffany walks in, giddy and cheerful. I'm so excited for you! A tear runs down her cheek. Tears threaten to manifest themselves in my eyes, so I take a deep breath, hoping it'll help, and turn away from Tiffany. Please don't start the waterworks. Walking closer, she fans my eyes with her hands. I'm sorry, this is just such a great day. Who would have ever thought you would be getting married before the rest of us? Those words yank at my heartstrings, causing tears to fill my eyes and ready themselves to fall over the brim. Yeah, I squeaked, holding back the crying spell that wishes to push itself out. Taking another deep breath, I let it out slowly. We need to stop. Grabbing a plain piece of paper, I fold it in half and fan my eyes. Gosh, who knew? Tiffany's head sways back and forth as she thinks. Right. With my eyes finally drying up, I go to her and wrap my arms around her shoulders. A slight whisper leaves my mouth. Thank you for being there for me. Nodding, Tiff quietly replies, You're always there for me. Having her head away, she firmly keeps her hands on my shoulders. You'll be marching down the aisle any minute. Your father is already standing outside. My mother? I'm fairly certain Kendra is helping her into her dress. They should be done by now. Pulling a tissue to my eye, she wipes away whatever mark was made from the erratic tear that had made its way out. You look perfect. Keep the door open. I will call you as soon as it's your turn to walk. Okay. More butterflies transform in my nether regions, making this moment almost impossible to fathom, especially after all the guys I've dated in the last few years. I know I've had my share of losers, but each and every single one of them just sucked. I really can't use a different word because each date I went on ended badly. Although my friends found each and every one funny, I didn't. However, looking back at it now, I did have some interesting nuts pop out of nowhere. As good-looking as they may have been, none of them measure up to the man I am about to marry. But before you find out who that lucky man is, wait, scratch that. I'm the lucky one. So before you find out who the man is that I am so fortunate enough to be married, I need to take you back to when I was 23, when I thought I needed to start settling down sooner rather than later. This is my story of my dating misfortunes.